Zach, how long have you been in Boys Brigade?
2 years.
2 years. And can you tell me some of the things that you've really enjoyed?
I've really enjoyed the games.
Which games have you enjoyed?
I've enjoyed traffic lights and blink murder.
Ah.
Really enjoyed it.
Are there some of the things that you've found really fun in Boys Brigade?
Tuck shop.
You like the tuck shop?
Really good.
Yeah.
Seeing
your friends?
Seeing my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And teachers.
And your teachers. And you told me that Suzanne organises really fun crafts and you've really enjoyed the crafts.
Yeah.
Because you're quite crafty, aren't you?
Very, very crafty. I love craft.
Okay. Have you got anything to say to Suzanne and the other leaders?
Thank you.
And anything to say to your friends?
Thank you. See you soon. Bye.
Okay, Anya, how long have you been in Girls Brigade?
I've been in Girls Brigade for 5 years.
Okay, can you tell us some of the things you've really enjoyed about Girls Brigade?
I've really enjoyed playing some games with my friends, and I've enjoyed going through the stages of Girls Brigade, from to explorers to juniors. It's been really good.
Okay. Have you been away with Girls Brigade?
Yeah, I've been on a camp with Girls Brigade called Junior Camp, and it's been really fun because you get to do lots of games and activities there.
Okay. Can you tell me the funniest thing that you can remember in Girls Brigade?
When Callista, she went downstairs to get a tuck shop, and she got a bottle of Coke, and it was just so funny because while she was walking up the stairs, she shook it a lot, and when she got upstairs and opened it, it all went all over the place. It was so funny.
And you also told me one thing that you really enjoyed, something that was really special that happened. One of the teachers brought something in to show you.
One of the teachers brought in her dog, and it kept jumping all the way around the place whilst we were doing our work. It was so funny.
And why did she bring the dog in?
Because we were learning about pets and how to take care of them.
Ah, okay. Have you got anything to say to your friends and to your leaders?
Thank you. Thank you for everything. Bye. Bye.
Hi all, I'd like to thank Brigades at the Mission for so many things during my 35 years or so involvement. I'm so grateful to the leaders who taught me in my youth and for the fun we had and the opportunities not available elsewhere. I'm grateful for the leaders I served alongside, for the strength we had as a team. I'm grateful for those who worked with my children as they grew up through the companies. I'm grateful for the girls I had the privilege to work with and for the families they represented. I hope they got as much out of the sessions as they were such an encouragement to me. I pray the things they learned about everyday Christian living will be with them always. Praise God for Girls Brigade.
As the mum of 2 children who went through Brigades from the ages of 5 to 11 and then 11 to 18, I'll always be very grateful to Christine and Andrew for their leadership and dedication to all their young people over those years. My children had such fun, made good friendships, and learned how to use their initiative and developed confidence in becoming young leaders. Most importantly, they grew in their own personal faith, which was taught so faithfully week by week. As a cook for the camps for a few years, I saw at first hand the dedication the leaders had for caring for teenagers for a whole week under canvas, often very wet weeks too. The Brigade's music group called 4G gave many Brigade children, who are now adults themselves, a wonderful start in working together and serving in worship. The legacy of Brigades will remain with many for the whole of their lives, and the energy and time that Christine and Andrew gave so willingly, even while their own boys were babies and then growing up, and their firm, unwavering faith in the Lord, is an amazing example of loving, faithful service.
It was a massive part of my life. With my parents being captains, I was at camps from the age of 0, and it was just fantastic throughout my life to be involved in the Brigades, growing in my faith in Jesus, and then ultimately helping others to grow in their faith too. I learned so much more about God and what it means to be a Christian, as well as life skills, and made some great friends too. And as well got involved in 4G, the music group, which was brilliant. And all these things had a massive impact on my life, and I'm sure many other people's lives as well. And it'll be sorely missed for the fantastic impact it has had.
I'd like to say a big thank you to those who've been involved with Brigades over the years. Having seen 4 children through the Brigades, 4 grandsons and a granddaughter as far as the end of the juniors. There are skills that only seem to be taught in uniformed organisations and not anywhere else. And the fact that it's within a Christian context is a big bonus. So a big thank you to you all.
From a very young age, I have been involved with Brigade. I started as a junior. I have progressed through all the various stages until taken up a leadership role to enable me to give back something to this ministry. I have always had a passion for children ministry and continue to have this passion. My heart desire is to always see children and young people develop physically, mentally and spiritually to their full potential, and I would love to continue doing this. So,
hi. So the 2 things that I liked about Boys Brigade were the games that we used to play. The games that we used to play were very fun, and the tuck shop that they used to give us. That was very good. So, yeah.
The first contact my family had with Brigades was through my mum about 80 years ago. I have a photo of her when she was a Girls Brigade officer, stood alongside Joyce Whitel, Rhoda Tyndale and Lily Oates, who was captain when I joined GB myself. Later Mrs Williams became captain. I have fond memories of camps, a chance to have a holiday, happy times in the outdoors, then Bible studies each evening in cosy tents with moss flapping around the lamplights. Great food too. Girls Brigade taught me crafts, baking, sewing, acting in the displays and many other things. I enjoyed drill and going on parade down the streets to church on special Sundays, marching behind the band. What a witness that must have been. It has been wonderful to watch my children and grandchildren come through Brigades, working so hard on badge work, learning to be leaders themselves and helping them prepare for their displays. I have had the privilege latterly working with the older girls, helping with sewing. Great time to get to know them better. I'd like to thank all the officers for their hard work and dedication over all these years of service. Thank you.
Brigades have been very influential in my life as a boy when growing up, and then as the chaplain. What stands out for me has been the wonderful dedication of the officers and helpers and the love they've had for the children, week in, week out, and in taking the children to camps every year, often using their annual holiday to do that. I'm especially grateful to Fred and Marjorie Williams and Andrew and Christine when they took over as captains. I think it was just after the flood. You've all been a great example and challenge to my Christian life, and I want to say a very big thank you to you all.
I started Girls Brigade at the age of 5, going through all the sections, explorers, juniors, seniors, brigaders, and then became an officer myself, learning Bible stories, life skills, and how much God loves me. Throughout Brigades I have made lifelong friends, met my husband Nathan, and came to attend Sunbridge Road Mission every week. Girls Brigade and Boys Brigade have been a big part in my family, as both my sister and brother also came. I am so happy that my girls Caitlin and Paige have been able to experience the love and teaching that Girls Brigade gives, as it's given them the best foundation. I became an officer so that I could help teach children all about God's love, just like I was taught.
Ian and I were Boys Brigade officers for many years and thoroughly enjoyed the many times we had. We also grew up through Brigades, through Girls Brigade and Boys Brigade. The picture here is of Ian with hair, brushing his shoes and showing Megan how to brush them, with Aidan sat in his high chair watching on. he was getting ready to go down to BB. This shows me the beauty of Brigades and what Brigades stands for. We were unashamed of who Jesus was and of the gospel, and our main aim was to share the love of Jesus with every child and every teenager that came through Brigades over the many years. But we also showed the practical side of Christianity, that if you do something, you do it well. You do it to the best of your ability. You do it as if you're doing it unto the Lord. And I loved the way Brigades both shared spiritual, theological things, but also very practical ways of how we can grow as a Christian, as a godly woman, as a godly man. And I want to thank, both of us want to thank Brigades for what it meant to our lives, but also what you've done for our children. Thank you.
I am thankful for the friends I have made and the life skills that I've learnt throughout the badge works at Brigade. I have enjoyed the camps and displays throughout my 11 years and will miss Girls Brigade.
I'm thankful to God for all those who helped lead Boys Brigade whilst I was there, and I'm also grateful for the fact that through Boys Brigade, people who might not have otherwise set foot in a church were able to hear the good news about Jesus.
Park 11th Bradford was really special to me as it's something my family's done for generations. The 15 years that I spent there, I learnt so much and developed into the woman I am. Through my Queen's Award, Young Leaders and Ryla, I'll always be grateful for the work they did and the friends I have made. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Louise. I attended Girls Brigade at Sunbridge as a young girl and then became an officer. A lot of my childhood memories involve Girls Brigade, like summer camps, displays, being part of the marching band, and a highlight of being in Girls Brigade for me was performing at the Royal Albert Hall. But the biggest impact that Girls Brigade has had on my life meant that I became a Christian. And I'd like to thank all the officers throughout the years who've served so faithfully at Sunbridge, and since I left Girls Brigade has also had an influence on other young people, including my own children.
Hi, I'm Lucy and I've been a part of Girls Brigade for the past 14 years and I've just completed my Queen's Award this summer. The things I loved most about Brigades were the yearly displays, the different badge works and the lifelong friendships that I've made with all the girls in my section. I'd like to thank all the volunteers who have faithfully served over the years, and I'd also like to thank Christine and Andrew Parker who have been the captains the whole time that I've been at Girls Brigade. Commitment and dedication are acts and not words, and I think they've shown that through the years of service at the mission.